Hey guys, how's it going? So in today's video, we are going to pit two budget laptops against each other. So on one hand, we have the Acer Aspire 5, which is currently the best-selling laptop on Amazon. And on the other hand, we have the ASUS VivoBook 15, which claims to be the best thin and light laptop in the market. So which one of these two will come out on the top? Let's find out. So both of these are excellent budget laptops and they bring a lot to the table. Aspire 5 and VivoBook 15, they come in various configurations. You can choose between various SKUs of the Intel and AMD processor. But in this video, I'm going to keep things simple. So I have picked the best budget configuration for both these laptops. ASUS VivoBook configuration will cost you $400 and a similarly spec'd Acer 5 will cost you $350. Both these laptops are rocking the same identical CPU. It's the Intel Core i3-8145U. Now this is a great CPU choice in this price range. Similarly, both laptops use identical Intel integrated graphics chipset. It's the UHD 620 and this is great for 4K video streaming and also for casual gaming. Intel UHD 620 graphics also supports hardware accelerated video encoding. This is very useful for running Photoshop and for running video editing software like DaVinci Resolve or the Adobe Suite. So this is a great combination of CPU and GPU chipset. Both laptops come with a crippled version of Windows 10 operating system. Now Microsoft calls this Windows 10 S mode. The S mode probably stands for suck mode or shit mode. It stinks and you should get rid of it as soon as possible. Fortunately, it's very easy to upgrade from S mode to regular Windows 10 Home Edition and it is completely free. You can find step-by-step instructions in my full review of Acer 5, which I have linked below in the description, and using those steps you can convert your Windows 10 S mode to Windows 10 Home Edition. Now when it comes to system RAM, ASUS VivoBook comes with 8 GB RAM while the Acer Aspire 5 comes with only 4 GB RAM. You cannot run Windows 10 smoothly with only 4 GB RAM. So ASUS definitely scores few points over Acer because it's providing double the RAM. Fortunately, it's very easy to upgrade the RAM on Acer laptop. In order to do that, you will have to open the back of the laptop. If you have never done it before, don't worry, it's very easy. All you have to do is get a Phillips screwdriver and remove about a dozen screws on the back. Then using an old credit card or a plastic knife, pry open the back of the laptop. Now this will give you direct access to the memory slots. Acer laptop has one DIMM slot available for memory upgrade. Interestingly, Acer has soldered the existing 4 GB RAM to the motherboard. So this soldered RAM cannot be removed, but you can add additional 8 GB or even 16 GB RAM in the available DIMM slot. If you choose to do so, then you will end up with either 8 plus 4, so that's 12 GB of system RAM, or 16 plus 4, that is 20 GB of system RAM. Upgrading the RAM will dramatically improve the performance of your Acer 5 laptop and I highly encourage that you do it. I will throw a link in the description below of compatible memory module that you can buy from Amazon and that will work with the Acer 5 laptop, and you can check out their prices on Amazon. Now remember, RAM is really cheap. 8 GB RAM goes for like $30, so I highly encourage that you upgrade the RAM because it dramatically improves the performance of the laptop. By the way, you can also upgrade the RAM on ASUS VivoBook. Just like Acer, you can open the back of this laptop and you have access to the DIMM slot. So just like Acer, ASUS has also soldered the 4 GB RAM to the motherboard and the remaining 4 GB RAM is residing on the DIMM slot. You can replace this 4 GB RAM with a compatible 8 GB RAM and bring up the total memory of your ASUS laptop to 12 GB RAM. Link to compatible memory modules is in the description below. Unlike Acer, ASUS only allows a maximum of 12 GB RAM, so unfortunately you can't max out the ASUS laptop to 20 GB RAM. So both these laptops have 128 GB of internal SSD storage. It's a fast PCIe NVMe SSD, which is really awesome because fast SSDs help Windows boot really fast, so your laptop will resume from suspend, and if you are rebooting your laptop, it will do that very quickly. Fast SSD is a must-have feature in any laptop in 2019. Even if you are buying a budget laptop, always stay away from laptops which use the old school hard drives. Hard drives have a slow read-write speed and this makes your overall laptop experience suck big time. Remember, hard drives have a mechanical spinning wheel and that makes your laptop noisy. It also makes your laptop less reliable and the battery life also takes a nosedive. By the way, if you want to upgrade the SSD storage, you will have to replace this existing 128 GB of SSD, and this is because the laptop does not have a second SSD slot. slot, so you will have to replace this existing 128GB with either a 512 or a 1TB of SSD. Now this really sucks. I wish these laptop makers provided a second SSD slot, and this is true for both Acer and ASUS. Both these laptops give you only one M.2 slot, and that slot is already occupied with a 128GB of SSD. And I will throw a link in the description of compatible SSDs that you can buy if you are interested in upgrading the storage. But remember that when you get a new SSD, you will have to replace the older SSD, and that means you will also have to clone the SSD and put the operating system image in the new SSD. So the SSD that I'm linking below in the description, that comes with a software, a cloning software, and you can use that software to clone your SSD. Now moving on to the build quality of these laptops. Both these laptops are made of polycarbonate and they feel quite sturdy. They feel solid in hands and there is no creaking or bending. Now it's not a unibody metal or carbon fiber design, but you should not expect this at this price point. So ASUS VivoBook weighs about 3.5 pounds, and that is about half a pound lighter than the Acer Aspire, which weighs close to 4 pounds. Both these laptops have 15.6-inch Full HD display. The display is LED backlit and it has a resolution of 1920 by 1080, but the similarity ends here. Acer Aspire 5 comes with a really nice IPS panel which clocks 200 nits of brightness. The screen is plenty bright, has good contrast and produces vibrant colors. The text looks sharp and the images and videos look punchy. Unfortunately, the screen on ASUS is not an IPS panel. This screen is less bright and only outputs 150 nits of brightness. Next to Acer, the colors look less vibrant and washed out. ASUS provides an anti-glare coating on the screen, and this does help in reducing the reflections, but it also ends up making the screen look very dull. I will definitely give this round to Acer because Acer Aspire has a much better screen than ASUS. Okay, now let's talk about the keyboard and the trackpad. So both these laptops, they have good full-size backlit keyboard. I'm a huge fan of backlit keyboards because they allow you to type in any lighting scenario. So this is really great for students if you are taking notes in classroom or a conference room, where it may be like a PowerPoint show or a slide show, and if the room is dark, you will have no trouble typing. The keys don't feel mushy and provide good tactile feedback. ASUS VivoBook has a very unique hinge which ASUS calls Ergo Lift. So when the laptop is fully opened, the keyboard gets slightly raised. This definitely improves the typing experience. The trackpad on both these laptops are large and support multi-finger gestures, and they come with Windows Precision drivers. ASUS also provides a fingerprint sensor for passwordless login, and I think that's an added bonus. I will have to give this round to ASUS because of the ergonomic friendly hinge and also the presence of a fingerprint sensor. Both these things are missing in Acer Aspire 5 laptop. Now let's talk about ports. Both these laptops have wide selection of ports. You get the USB Type-C port as well as the old school USB 3.0 and 2.0 ports. Both these laptops come with the HDMI port for connecting to an external monitor. Now ASUS also comes with a micro SD card slot, which I really like, and unfortunately this is not present in the Acer Aspire laptop. But on the other hand, the Acer comes with an Ethernet port which is missing in the ASUS VivoBook. So given a choice between the Ethernet port and the SD card slot, I will definitely take the SD card slot because SD card slot is more useful. You can use the SD card for transferring pictures, videos and other documents, and Ethernet port is not all that useful because most of the time you will be using the Wi-Fi for connecting to internet. Both these laptops have similar battery capacity, and since the CPU and GPU are also identical, it's no surprise that the battery life is also similar on both these laptops. You will get about 7 to 8 hours of battery life in normal use. Interestingly, Acer claims 11 hours of battery life on their description, which is complete bullshit, and you won't be getting 11 hours of battery life. But I think 7 to 8 hours of battery life is pretty good, and that should take you through the whole day. So the moment of truth, guys. Acer or ASUS, which is the one that you should buy, which gives you the best bang for bucks? If you are comfortable opening the back of the laptop, then my recommendation is to go with Acer Aspire 5. You can upgrade the system RAM from 4 gig to either 12 gig or 20 gig, and that will transform Acer 5 to an absolutely kick-ass laptop that will be capable of running any software, including video editing, Photoshop, software development, and also Office productivity suite. On On the other hand, if you don't want to muck around with hardware upgrade, then go with ASUS VivoBook. It comes with 8 GB of RAM, which should be sufficient for most use cases. You will always have the option of upgrading the RAM at a later point in time if you desire. Personally, I will recommend Acer Aspire 5. It is $50 cheaper and it comes with a better screen. Even though it has only 4 GB RAM, you can easily add more RAM, and RAM is cheap. I mean, you can get 8 GB RAM for under $30. So if you take the base price of Acer Aspire 5 and add 8 GB of RAM, it will cost you around $380. And for that price, now you have a laptop with 12 GB RAM and a really nice full HD IPS screen. That's a great value for money. So check out my full review of Acer Aspire 5, which I have linked in the description below. Also, links to both these laptops along with compatible memory module and SSDs are in the video description below, so check them out and you can check the prices on Amazon. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and I will try to help you guys. Please like this video and subscribe to Techno Panda for more videos like this. Also check out technopandareviews.com for more reviews focusing on laptops, gaming PCs, TVs, monitors and other gadgets. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.